Theo Johnson on BBC Introducing in the West Midlands, Coventry and Warwickshire. That was RSB and Jake Thomas with Home. Now, as promised, it's time.
Introducing featured artists.
That's right. It's time for our featured artist. And this is a guy who's been consistent. He's been dropping banger after banger. My producer, Jada Joshi, always sings his praises and says we need him in the show. This guy is just... There's some people that are very like, they're up and down, or they'll give a good track and then the other track will be okay. He stays on a consistent level of bangers. This is CLAVIS 7. How are you feeling?
What's up, man? What's up?
I'm good.
Happy to be here, man.
Nice
Thank
to
you so
finally
much.
sit down with you. I know, I feel like out of everyone, I always say, we need an interview.
It's been proper overdue, man. It's been overdue, 100%. But happy to be here, man.
It's all in God's time.
Of course.
Good things happen to those that wait.
Yes, sir. We're here now.
So let's talk about you. For those that don't know, just tell us a bit about your background.
Awesome. So my name's CLAVIS 7. I'm an artist, rapper from Wolverhampton, born in Congo. I've been doing music for like 7 years, and yeah, man, I'm just about telling amazing stories and really kind of bringing people into my world as well. So yeah, I've been kind of doing music since I was like young, and yeah, doing music since I was young, from a lot of like creative like influences, and music's one of them things that I've never kind of been told to do. I just did it. So yeah, that's a bit about me.
So what influences, I know you mentioned coming up, but what really influenced you to start?
What influenced me to start, I think music, like I think I've always been kind of a creative bug since I was like in school, since I was in school.
Yeah. Teachers
always realized that I was crazy hyperactive, class clown, all of that, and teachers kind of noticed that in me, and I
creative
think it was,
energy.
Yeah, and so I think it just needed to be placed in the right position, in the right place, really. And so I kind of always, whether it was like fine art, like acting, you know, anything to do with creativity, I did. Music I kind of naturally drew to it because me and my family, like all of us, like do music in some capacity.
Oh wow.
And so yeah, we all do music in some capacity. Some people obviously decided to pursue it, and so it just started from young. So I couldn't really tell you like a pinpoint, you know, moment when I started doing music, but it's just
when you say you
thing.
and your family do it in some capacity, elaborate on that. Like,
so,
is your mom a bass player or your dad a singer?
So
elaborate.
For example, so all my family were all singers.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we're all singers. And
is this a church thing?
Yeah, so from when we were younger, so from when I was like younger, when I was little, I used to like, when I was little, I used to like even sing in church a bit and that.
Crazy.
And I used to play bass guitar as well. And so we're all like instrumentalists and singers. And so that's that. So my older brother, he actually used to like be like a grime artist as well, and like he had his own group, and so that's what kind of inspired me to start.
What was the group called?
It's called, you probably don't know, but it was called NMG.
Okay, but this is history, man.
Yeah, proper. So like back in the like the Channel AKA days, like
swear he was on Channel U.
Yeah, he was with his group, but
that's
like
a big deal.
But he kind of put me on like so I was very much like present around those kind of early days, and so around that time, like all these grime artists kind of inspired me, and you know, I think Wretch 32 was a massive inspiration for me as well. And so seeing my brother do that as well was just like, yo, I started rapping at 13, and the rest was history from there.
So who's better at rapping, you or your brother?
Oh, me, of course. Yeah, 100%.
Would he say the same?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
but you know what it is?
serious?
Yeah, definitely. He's not a rapper now. That was like back in his early days.
Okay.
But like for me, it's like, even my older brother, I got my older brother as well. His name's Paul the Messenger.
Oh wow. So is he a poet?
He's a singer, so he releases music as well. So yeah, he sings.
Is he on the uploader?
Yeah, he's
we could have a whole family affair here.
So he's
play your mom, then your dad, then your brother.
he's done his thing as well. So, but for me, it's like even my older brother that when they started this, he doesn't do it anymore. But for me, I kind of thank him because he kind of walked so I could run. Do you know what I mean? So maybe him starting it kind of was a reason for me to kind of take it and really run with it. So
this is really interesting. So sorry. So let me just break it down. So you got 3 brothers.
This is even long. So in my family, there's 10 of us all together.
Okay, so there's 10 of you, but who are the ones who do music? Just so I know, did your mom, dad, who just your brothers?
So who releases music now?
Yeah,
I'd say just me and my older brother.
So there's you and Paul the Messenger.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look up Paul the Messenger as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so then but out of all of your family, did your mom and dad sing as well?
My mom
in church, like I'm saying.
Kind of. Yeah.
Okay, so she can sing.
Yeah, my mom can. Yeah,
and then all the other siblings who don't release, do they sing as well?
Yeah, 100%.
And you mentioned grime, so your brother started in grime.
100%.
Obviously, you're not sitting on grime now. You're more hip hop, R&B.
Yeah.
But you do have grime tracks as well.
100%.
Is that the reason?
Yeah. So for me, it's just like, I think the foundation is grime, so that's why I even like released one of my songs called Motion as well.
Yeah.
So Motion was kind of me getting back to that essence of what it was, do you know what I mean? And what I kind of started on and what I grew up on as well. And like growing up in Wolverhampton, that used to be the thing, do you know what I mean? So yeah, Motion was one of the songs that I released that kind of brought the essence of that. So.
And what does the word motion mean to you?
Motion means to me is like keep it moving, keep it going, do you know what I mean? Like don't stop. And for me, it's just like, I think motion for me has been like one of the key words for me for this year.
Momentum.
It's just, momentum. It's just like you have to keep on going. And if you stop the motion, you're really just going to stop your own success, you know what I mean? And so for me, it's just like, keep it moving and keep the motion going.
So what's the process when you're making a song like that? Like, are you just walking and bars are coming to your head, or do you write down, or do you hear a beat first and then write to the beat?
Do you know what? Like, my creative process isn't like monolithic, so it comes in different ways, and I don't try and narrow myself down on how it comes. So sometimes I'll be walking and bars are coming to my head. Sometimes I like write as well, because I really just like the concept of writing as well, do you know what I mean? I've been able to, sometimes it comes into my head and I sometimes go back to the pen and pad and kind of refine it a lot of the time, just because I'm a massive perfectionist, you know what I mean? So I like my things turning out crisp and yeah, to the T. So that's how it kind of works as well. So, and sometimes I just be freestyling the lyrics, and then, but always for me, it comes down to, even if it's freestyled, I've captured that moment, and then are you able to like refine it as well, do you know what I mean, and make it a lot better. So yeah. So
you mentioned obviously while the song was playing, but to add to the family affair, your brother makes the beats.
Yeah,
what?
so a lot of the songs I've actually produced as well. So I've got my younger brother, his name's G-Boy, that's his producer name, and he's like, how old is he? He's gonna be so mad. Yeah, he's 19.
Oh, okay.
He's 19, and so yeah, he produces and he plays piano as well.
Crazy.
And so a lot of the tracks that you'll hear, for example, like
this is like the Jackson 5. Do you have like a really strict parent?
Yeah. Man. Why? But yeah,
that was a joke, but okay.
So yeah, my little brother, 7 p.m. in Wolverhampton, and obviously I'm releasing my tape, If I Don't Laugh I'll Cry, coming out November 7th, and he's like heavily involved within the production of it. So yeah, talented kid, bright future ahead of him as well, man.
Sounds like it, because your
100%.
beats are always sounding crisp. Can you name some of the tracks that he's produced?
So he's Greed, 7 p.m. in Wolverhampton.
Sick.
I think Walk on Water, I think he did that production on that as well.
That tune's a banger.
Yeah, he's one of those. But obviously I got my main producers, Rian Van Geer and Prod by Cams as well. So them three, like collectively, we kind of keep the motion.
You mentioned 7 p.m. in Wolverhampton. Talk to me about Wolverhampton. Like, obviously you mentioned it a lot in your tracks.
100%.
You just mentioned it in Motion as well. What's it like coming from Wolverhampton? What are the opportunities like? What's the upbringing like? How has it molded you and affected your music?
Do you know what? Like, I think Wolverhampton, it's kind of shaped me as a human being as a whole. Do you know what I mean? And again, you can hear it in my music. Like, growing up in Wolverhampton, we didn't have those kind of opportunities. Do you know what I mean? That's why, like, I even said it in my song in West Side Story. Like, grew up in a place where we never had the means, so opportunities came slowly. And so, like, West Side Story kind of describes that as well. Like, we don't have a lot of opportunity, but we keep it moving and we create those moments for ourselves. And growing up in Wolverhampton hasn't been the easiest. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's not been the easiest for a lot of the surroundings. A lot of what kind of I've seen happen and seen people go through, and I've been through myself. It's pretty rough out there, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? If you know, you know. But we kind of make a living from a killing, so. That's what I say.
It's helped you vent. It's helped you release.
100%. Yeah. It's helped me.
Therapy.
100%. That's why I kind of put it all in my music, man. See a lot of the things that I've kind of seen, and I think there isn't a lot of black men. They kind of find a release in a lot of different ways, and so for me to kind of stop myself from almost getting into that kind of release, I kind of put all the release in the music. Really, do you know what I mean?
So Clavis.
Yes, sir.
You've got, Producers laughing. You've got bangers.
Yeah.
That's evident.
Okay.
You've got a family frenzy of talented individuals.
Yeah.
You've got a strict parent. We won't say whether it's the mum or the dad. We don't want to incriminate anybody. But
yeah.
What's coming up? What are the highlights of your year? Like, what are you really looking forward to?
The highlights of the year. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff coming out. So I think firstly, I've got my mixtape that's dropping 7th of November.
Laugh now, cry later. Or, no, if I don't laugh, I'll cry.
Perfect.
Jeez.
That's it. You got it. So yeah, if I don't laugh, I'll cry. That's coming out this year, and so I'm really excited for kind of people to hear that. I've been releasing since February, so I'm releasing a song a month, and kind of the whole project will come together. And I hope that people pretty much be able to kind of understand the story when it kind of all comes together. And with that as well will be a headline show that I'm kind of organising with my team 9020 as well. So big them up. And then this week, actually, we've got an event at Marquis Barbers called Fades and Flows, organised by 9020. So it's going to be at Marquis Barbers. We're going to have Reaper headlining as well, and we've got Some Honey performing as well.
Big up Some Honey.
And we've got my people, Family Business as well, performing as well. I
love that. All the artists that we're playing on the show just collectively getting together.
Yeah. So they're going to be there, man. So big up Dylan as well, who kind of he runs 9020 as well with me, just really bringing this together, man, and trying to do a lot more in the city of Wolves, because we don't have that. And so because I know that we don't have that growing up in Wolverhampton, I'm trying to put these on as well, not just for me but for other artists who I know have amazing talent as well. So yeah.
Brilliant. What was you doing at the event when I saw you? You was in Orks, Birmingham.
What was I doing at the event?
Yeah.
Oh, so I pretty much came from another session anyway.
Yeah.
And I kind of came late to that one. And when I pulled up to that one, I was just there to kind of listen to all the music, network of artists as well, as much as possible, because I'm always myself as well. I really like networking, meeting new creatives, and that's how I was able to even meet Family Business in one of the other Orks events. So I went to one of the Orks events before the one you were at, and that one, I won that one as well. So,
brilliant.
Yeah, so that was pretty dope as well.
That's a big flex.
Yeah, it was
for those that don't know at home, that event is 5 teams of 5, 5 artists of 5 teams all playing their tunes, and then a judge will listen to a minute of each tune and then have to pick out of all the teams which one's the best. And then once all the teams have been picked, there'll be 5 artists left, and then out of them 5 who have all been picked as the best out of the teams, then they get picked, and only one can win. So to win that is a big accomplishment. So it's very difficult to explain also.
I'm just happy that you weren't the one judging me that time, because you were cutting people. You were going mental that time, and I was like, I'm happy I didn't even submit my music for this one,
Why? You gotta believe in your source. I rate your music.
Nah, respect, man. But yeah, so
you're funny.
Yeah, so from there, obviously, I won that one playing my tune, my upcoming song Solace, actually.
Oh, sick.
That's coming out July 4th, which is Friday. So that's the one that I'm kind of.
And we have the exclusive right here. Before I press play onto Solace, tell the people where they can find you, man.
You guys can find me everywhere. Facebook. That was so crazy to start with, to be honest.
All right.
That was
Facebook, TikTok, Insta. Where can they find
such an old head by saying that. But you can find me on Instagram. That's pretty much Instagram, TikTok, and my handle's the same everywhere. So CLAVIS 7, CLAVIS, and I've got my website as well, CLAVIS 7 as well. So really and truly, just go on my website and you'll be able to have all the updates of where I'm performing, my upcoming releases, and you guys tap into the journey.
That is a man who's serious about his craft. He has a website. In my whole 3 years of being on radio, no one's told me they have a website. So give yourself a pat on the back for that. He's ready.